Please subscribe to help you and your motorcycle perform better.
And then we have the homemade exhaust guard, so your leg doesn't burn. Chain, nice and loose as you'd expect on a dirt bike, but way too much yaw. Recent acquisition, 2006 TT-R125 LE. Obviously not new, seen better days.
Here's a preview.
So let's take a quick walk around, because this is going to be my flat track bike for training. Seat's intact, tail's okay, seat bolt is in place, that's fine, airbox cover is on, linkage arm going to the drum is straight, it's a little bit bent at the end there, and there's a little kick in it here, so we may have to just realign that better. As far as adjustment goes, we've got plenty left for the chain, so that's not a problem. Let's do the old spoke test. Should all play the same song. Tight, loose. Loose. Ooh. Not good. Very bad. So we're all the way around. With so much differential tension just on one side of the spokes, wheel's probably not true. No, it's not. So when it goes in for a new tire, question is, depending on how it is corrosion-wise inside, do I cut all the spokes off and get it relaced? Or, if it's all okay, can the spokes be tightened and adjusted so the wheels comes back into true? It's one of the steps that most people miss, is tapping forks to play the song and see how they sound. Aftermarket exhaust, hopefully it's jetted for that. We'll have to wait and find out, because we'll check the plug. All the rest of the parts and pieces, well, a fairing, tank, seats in excellent condition, airboxes behind here, all of this for the battery etc. is all in place. Kickstarter does not wobble on the shaft, so that's good. Nuts there, pegs are in good shape, bash plate's good. When I first picked up the bike, the header was falling off, so I had to tighten up these bolts, so that's all done. We know the plug's relatively new, I had a quick look at that. There's a new tire on the front, and it spins, and it doesn't bind, so the rotor's okay, and then we do the tune thing again. Tight. Not. There we go. Tight. Ooh, loose. No tone. That might even be bent. That's bent too. These two are not in good shape. Nor is that. Or is that. Music returns. Okay. That does not run straight out at all. Oh God. Dear me. Ugh, that sucks. But it's a flat track bike, so do I care? With that big of a wow in it? I should. So I'll go see what it costs for a set of spokes and how much time it's going to take to get it relaced. Forks seem to be straight in parallel, so that's good. Headlight was an optional extra piece. Handlebars all smashed to pieces here, all busted in, big fall there. Bar is totally bent. This end's really high compared to this end, so we've got to go ahead and get a new bar, because they're totally off. And this is further back that way. Loose switch, loose switch, loose switch. That's all got to be taken care of. There's free play in the clutch, so that's good. Choke is here. Ignition is there. We have preload adjust on the forks, which is nice. Steering is good, neutral, doesn't bind, doesn't stop. Yep. And then we have the homemade exhaust guard, so your leg doesn't burn. Chain, nice and loose as you'd expect on a dirt bike, but way too much yaw side to side. So that chain's got to go and be replaced. And then our rear shock here has a line coming out which comes to this reservoir here for your compression adjuster. So the shock has preload, rebound and compression. So the shock is fully serviceable, which is nice. And that's one of the reasons I bought the LE, because of the preload adjust on the fork and a fully serviceable shock. I know that when I tried to start it, the starter disengages from the sprag. So there's potential there that the sprag gear has to be replaced. Once it's warm, it fires up on the button. So that's great. Plug, like I said, that was nice and clean, so overall the engine seems healthy other than the sprag gear, so that may be something for next fall to take the engine down and just refresh it and do that. But other than that, before I go racing on it, need to go ahead and strip this thing to the floor and rebuild it and see what needs to be replaced immediately. The wheels being the first thing of concern, especially the fronts. But then let's see what we find as we take it apart to see what's been greased, never greased, what we're dealing with. Fun little project, so let's crack on.
Catch the full video at davemosstuning.com.